See, in purchase order, we can see the two fields. One is account assignment category and another one is item category. Okay. The item category will decide the type of procurement. The type of procurement means which we are going to learn in our special procurement processes. Like if you use K, it is if you use standard, it is a standard procurement what we are learning every time. And B, we have a blanket procurement for they maintain the limits and for some functions or some kind of rent if you want to pay those kind of procurement, we use this limit. We just maintain the values and no goods received, directly we do the invoice receipt and payment. K is consignment procurement. We are going to learn in the special procurement topics, which is the last topic for our complete MM course. L is for subcontracting procurement, S is for third party, U is for stock transfer order procurement, and D is for service procurement. T is some text POs. Sometimes very rarely they use that T kind of text procurement. Moreover, what you have to understand is item category will be used to segregate the type of procurement. Okay, according to that item category, see that item category will decide the type of procurement. If you give K, respective screens will change. L, we will get the BOM related tab, and third party against sales order, stock transfer, one plant another plant when you are taking the materials. T is for service procurement. In detail, we are going to learn in the special procurement topics. But first, what you have to understand is item category will decide the type of procurement, and also it will change the some screens of the SPO also. And coming to account assignment category is an object, cost object on which you want to load it. For example, if you use account assignment category as a blank, okay, it will directly load that respective cost on the stock. For example, if you use the standard account assignment category, where whatever the stock you are taking, it will be loaded as a stock. But maximum what kind of account assignment category we use in the SAP? One is important is cost center K. Cost center K. K is for is a popular, you can say, like maximum of POs like related to services or consumption related procurement. When you do, we give cost center K. When you give cost center K, system will ask, one tab will come. Let me show you any PO which is having cost center K.
Ganesh, can we note down the notes or else?
Yeah, if you want to write, you can just note down the point. And anyway, I'm just recording this session. I will share you this point.
Okay.
We'll take any PO which is having cost center K. It will give an idea for you. Go to ME2N and account assignment category K. Purchasing organization 1000. Recently I created some POs. 01/10/2016 to 23/10/2016. Execute it. See, this is one of the POs with item account assignment category K. See, when you give account assignment category as K, system will give a tab called account assignment and it will ask you to enter the cost center. Okay. For a standard PO, you won't get that account assignment tab. For example, just now we have seen a standard account assignment category. For that, see that account assignment tab, there is no field like cost center and all. If you select asset, okay, cost center when do we use? For services where you want to load the respective service charges. For example, each department we create as a one cost center, admin department, HR department, and production department, like that. If you are buying the respective material for admin department, you don't want to maintain the stock, directly they want to consume, then we give cost center K. Otherwise we give some services, for example painting work, or you are hiring a vehicle, okay, here you want to conduct one tour for admin department is going for a tour, that respective expenses are going to be paid by the company. That's why, but that expenses they want to load on admin cost center. Then what will they do? Vehicle hiring, the service they create. Okay, they create a vehicle hiring service, and for example, take any one service. They vehicle hiring something test planned service. You just think like a vehicle hiring. That vehicle hiring, and they will give that cost center to the respective department, maybe service department or admin department. Okay, what you have to understand is we mostly we use cost center and asset means which are like our assets, what you we call it as a asset. For example, if you buy a house, it's an asset. If you buy a bike, maybe asset, because you can get some money after you sell that. How a company will decide like which are assets means they won't consider as expenses. For example, if you go to a movie, it's an expense. If you buy a gold, it's a asset. It's an asset because you are enjoying with the gold, but still you will get a recovery from that. If you buy a mobile is not an asset because there is no reusable, there is no resale. If you when you sell that good, you will get maybe 10-20% of the price. Okay, how a company will decide assets they segregate. For that they won't treat as expenses, they will give the asset, and respect to what you call procurement they do on the asset. Okay, and we have a project systems module. P and Q will be used for that. The project system also, it will be behaving like a almost like a cost center, but only thing is project system mainly used in the construction, real estate, such kind of projects. What will they do?
Mhm.
When you procure that goods, they will give that project like a WBS element. Okay, we'll check
Okay.
for any PO with P. See, this is a PO with account assignment category Q. Okay, when you use account assignment category Q, it is like our account assignment category blank. When you give account assignment category as a blank, the respective stock will come to us. Okay, but when you give Q, stock will come, but it will be loaded under the project stock. See, when you give Q, system will ask you to enter the WBS element. Okay, let's see any stock is available for this material. TT0810/O MB52 T20810, and plant, which plant we are creating, I think 1000. Execute. There is no stock. uh, what will I do? Special stock indicator Q I will select. Special stock indicator Q, project stock. I don't give material. I want to have only what you call without no zero stock lines only, means there should be a stock. When you use Q, you will get the stock, but it will be saved under the project stock. If you see the PO, the system will ask you the WBS element. When you give K, system will ask you the cost center. When you give A, system will ask you the asset. When you give P, system will ask you again the WS element. What we understood is when you use the account assignment category, system will ask you respective cost object. We have to give the cost object. When do we use WBS element will be more or less similar to cost center, but WBS element will have a lot of segregation. For example, in the project system, whenever your company is using project systems, we will create the POs with P and Q. What is the use? For example, cost center we create, I'm just giving the business example. For example, if you see the cost center, we just check the K means cost center. Okay, if you use a K cost center, generally how do we create for admin? Department wise, admin, production, and maybe HR. Like that we will department wise we create HR, accounts department, like that. But what do you use a WBS element? There is a project they create, for example PRQ project, right? PRQ for both of them project, but P is for consumption and for Q is for stock. If you give Q, system will give the stock. P means it will directly consume. How it will be, for example, a project they will create. What is that? We can say GVK Mall, maybe GVK Mall Madhapur. They want to construct a GVK Mall in Madhapur, that they create as a project. Under that they will have a sub project, electrical expenses, and civil expenses, and manpower expenses, maybe some food expenses. Just I have given some highlight. This is the main project. This will be the project, and this is sub project. Sub project. Now the WBS element will come under that. Okay, how WBS element will come? Here they will write the WBS 1 WBS 1 will be switches, and WBS 2 maybe wires, WBS 3 some other, any, if you want to buy any laptop also you can keep it, because if you are buying for the electrical related work, you are buying a laptop to construct your maintain the plan, everything. The same thing here also available. For example, if you are buying 2 laptops for civil related work, then you have to select the under civil which WBS is available. Then what will happen, you can narrow wise also you can get the expenses, how much I spent for civil, how much I spent for electrical. Okay, everything we can easily capture. The project level GVK Mall total we spent 5 crores. Under that electrical expenses 1.5 crore, civil expenses 70 lakhs, manpower expenses 1 crore. Like that they will get the reporting. It will be that much stringent. That's why WBS element will be used mainly in construction companies and also certain kind of projects where they will get that kind of segregation. Okay, now business wise what you have to understand is cost center will be used in many manufacturing companies, and when it comes to construction they may use cost center, but they use more project. What is a project means? For example, you just simply understand we have 2 account assessment categories P and Q. If you use P, the respective stock will be directly consumed. We don't see the stock in MMBE or MB52 like how when you use K. But when you use Q, you will get the stock, but the stock will be visible under the project stock Q. Okay, that's what we have run, right? See, this is the project stock Q, because we have given that special stock, and when you give the special stock Q, you will get the project stock. How project systems will be created by the, just for your understanding, you don't have to go very deep. For example, they want to construct a mall, JVK mall, they create as a project, one project, and under the sub project wise they will keep different expenses, maybe electrical and all they will segregate. Under that they will have a WBSS and all. Otherwise the main WBS they may create as electrical expenses, and sub project they may create as a tower 1, tower 2. How that project systems consultant has segregated his structure according to the business requirement. But as an MM consultant, what you have to understand is when the user is creating the PO, okay, when user is creating the purchase order, he has to know the respective cable, something is there, cable starts from some item, which WBS I have to give, means this item is what you call procuring for electrical expenses under wires, means then this WBS2 we have to give. Then respective things will be loaded on that. If you go to WBS element, click on F4. Okay, if you just enter here, see he will get the different WBS element like this. Our procurement consultant will get an information for which WBS element I am going to buy. He will give that WBS element as an input. As an MM consultant, you have to understand for which procurement you are buying, and that respective thing you have to give. That's it. Okay. Rest all will be similar. And you should know Q means stock. We will get the stock in MB52 under the WBS element. P means it's a consumption. Directly it will be consumed on the project. Okay. Some kind of small expenses, some daily food they are providing to that workers and all, that they will give account assignment category P. They will write like how much expenses they were done, food expenses or some kind of power bill, those kind of things they will do with P. But cement, iron, laptops, chairs, whatever the items they are buying for the construction of 1 year or 8 months, it will happen, right? That kind of items and all, they will give account assignment category Q. As an MM consultant, that knowledge is sufficient for us. How K will behave, P will behave like that. How our standard will behave, Q will behave. But when do you use that project systems? As per my experience, mainly it is very useful in construction business, somewhat in real estate business, and some manufacturing companies also may use that. The entire setup, everything will be done by PS consultant. As an MM consultant, what is the integration between MM and PS? When you create a PO, we give that account assignment category Q. System will ask the WBS element. We have to select the WBS element. Structure wise, when you create, see this laptop will be available in both civil expenses and electrical expenses also, because electrical engineer needs some 3 laptops. Means when you buy laptop for electrical department, you select this WBS. Then what will happen, that respect to 3 laptops, charges of 1 lakh rupees will be loaded on this electrical expenses project, sub project, because this WBS comes under this area, right? Like that, very narrow, we can get the report of how much, for example, complete mall is ready. Then they will have a report how much expense I have done for civil. Then similar mall they will construct in somewhere in Mumbai. Then they can estimate, okay, area is same and floors are same, 10 floors. Last time I have spent some maybe some 35 crores to construct this building. Now this time, in which areas I have to concentrate to less the cost. Last time what happened, cement we have ordered some, for example 20 lakhs cement we have ordered, because of sudden rain there are some cement was damaged. Otherwise we bought and immediately the cost was decreased. Okay, how to handle those kind of things? Can we have any agreement for the next 1 month? What price is there? I should give. Is there any decrease in the price I have to get for that price? These kind of some learnings, right? For example, today there is Flipkart sale is happening. What happened? You don't know that. Okay. Otherwise, tomorrow onwards there is a Flipkart sale is there. Today you want to buy a mobile, you bought it. But later he came to know like there is some 2000 rupees discount was happening in that sale. These, okay, this time, okay, that kind of marketing also we have to search where we will get the near future. If the offer is after 1 month, you may not think wait for that. But if offer is within 3 or 4 days, what is the problem in waiting for that? Okay, these kind of learnings and all they will work, and which vendors are giving better price. Last time we bought a cement bag for 400 rupees. Okay, this is a very high cost. There are some good vendor with better quality of cement is going to give for 320 rupees. Okay, this time we will connect with that vendor. And also last time some vendors are not giving on time. Okay, they delayed for 10 days and all, and also they are giving for a more price. We will go for a new vendor who will give you for the less price and also on the correct time. These kind of different learnings, and they will accumulate and when they do the second project. The same way, right, when you work on your first project, you will face lot of issues and you are not able to perform in certain areas. In second project, when you're going for that, you will analyze what kind of mistakes you have done and you will work on that. In the same way, The reporting wise project system will be very good for the construction people, where the similar kind of, if you take some construction companies, if you take in Bangalore Brigade or some big companies are there, or they will similar kind of residential or commercial apartments they do, the same kind of apartments they do in the same place, in another place. At that time they will take some learnings from this and they will apply on that. For that, project systems will be very useful to get the exact report. See, when you construct a home, if you ask any owner, they will tell you like how much expenses you have done for your home. He will tell 50 lakhs. He may not tell like how much I spent for civil expenses, how much I wiring, how much I have done for the furniture. Okay, that much segregation he may not give, but if you have a project systems in your company, you can get each and every area how much I have spent. Initially, you will plan for civil expenses. You have given a budget of 2 crores, but after completion of project, it has gone to 2.5. You can analyze why it has gone that much level. Have you done any mistake? Otherwise, the only prices are hike because of some reasons. This kind of analysis will be done with that. Finally, what we have learned, item category will decide the type of procurement which we are going to learn in the special procurements topic. And account assignment category is a cost object where you want to load your stock or the consumption. The more popular account assignment categories are standard, which we use for our standard procurement, K, cost center, maximum manufacturing companies, everybody uses that. And we have another one, project P and Q. P is for consumption and Q is for stock. When do you use that P and Q, the project system module has to be implemented and the proper WBS structure has to be available. Okay, and you cannot create any new item category in the system. SAP whatever it has given, we use the same, but account assignment category we can create multiple according to the business requirement. When you go with account assignment category, mainly you will see the differences in the account assignment tab. If you give K, system will ask you cost center. If you give PRQ, system will ask you the project. If you give A, system will ask you the asset. If you give standard, means blank, system won't ask anything. Other than that, you won't see much changes. But when it comes to item category, you will see a lot of differences. When you see item category D, you will get this services or limits, 2 tabs you will get. But when you services or limits, when you use B, you will get only limits. And when you don't use anything, you won't get these two, you will get the only material tab. So the screens also will be different.
Yeah.
See, whenever you have a purchase requisition with multiple items, you want to create a purchase order, then you have to write like this: item purchase requisition number item 10, purchase requisition number item 20. If you don't give like that, okay, you have given directly like as usual how you give only purchase requisition number. This will be applicable only for if you have a single item. Now you have a multiple items, you just click enter. System will throw a message. It won't copy any details. That's why whenever you have a multiple items in a purchase requisition, you need to pass each item along with the purchase requisition number. If you have 10 items, you have to give 10 times purchase requisition and 10 times requisition item number also. See, nothing, no details were copied. You can see that material blank, everything is blank. That's why you have to give item number 10. You have to give item number 10. Then system will copy the data from item number 10. That's why if you have a multiple items, see that system has copied that. Now give second item number 20. Now system will copy the item number 20. How many items you have, those many things you have to give. For example, now you are trying for 30. There is no 30 item. That's why there is no blank. There is nothing was copied. Okay. You have to pass each purchase requisition number and the item. If you have a multiple items, if you have single item, then you can either you can give 10 or else you can give only the purchase requisition number, because there is only one item. System doesn't have to search for the requisition item, because single item it will directly copy it. Starting recording. See, this mail text will be, see, when you take an output with a mail, then for example this is the mail output. For that mail, what text title you want to visible, for each language we maintain that one. Okay, And I have shown you in that also. If you go to SOST, where we can see that tracking of mail IDs and all, like whether the mail has reached or not, those details we can see. Okay, for example, we give a date of something 06 and execute it 22/06/2016. You can take this and status errors transmitted, everything we will select it. Just to show some entry as an example. No data, it is coming like 06. See here, there is a document title, you can see, right? This one.
Yeah.
Yeah, something new hire orientation. Okay, this title only we decide what kind of title you want to show. Okay, that title will be decided here. For your output type, what is the document title? Okay, this is the
Okay.
output define message types. I'm just going again to that. When you go to our message types, if you are using any mail functionality kind of thing, what title you want to show, okay, that title will be given, what you are visible in that SOST, the mail title, the respect output. If you go to the mail title and text, where we can see the this text only will be visible there, okay, the title. And coming to that routines and all, this will be completely done by ABAP consultant. Okay, the what routine they assign, okay, to get that PO output. And also the form is there, right? In which form means the visibility of the layout. Okay, that will be all done by ABAP consultant. This program assignment, everything will be done by him. And coming to the partner roles, the partner roles means what kind of partners. We have a partner functions option in SAP. The partners mean, for example, along with vendor, any ordering address you want to send, delivering plant to whom, that is the partner functions are there. We have different partner functions. For example, your vendor has a good suppliers and invoice party. For example, if you order a material to the vendor, he can deliver the goods from any of his goods suppliers. For example, one company's head office is in Bangalore. Okay, if a person orders material from Delhi, they will send the goods from Delhi goods supplier. Mumbai goods supplier. But invoice can be sent from Bangalore, but goods can be sent from the nearest location. Like that, we have a different partner functions, we can maintain it. That is a available partner function. This all these details you can see at a single screen. Just select and go to display, where we can get the maximum details in a single screen also. See, like what is the default values, and the communication strategy, storage system. Many details we can see here. But the form routines, processing routines and all you can get from here. Okay, what program assigned and all. Title you understood what we do, routines and what program assignment, this everything will be done by
Yeah.
ABAP consultant. What you just understand the terminologies, that's it, what is partner and all those things. See the same details I have shown you, right? We can see directly in the single screen also. For example, if you go there, what we have seen here, and put the process routines and all. it will available the details. We have a transaction code called NSCE where you can see all the details. See the form, routine, everything we have seen the single screen, right? Like that we have a transaction code called NSCE. Let me show you that transaction in another screen. But before that we have one more important is fine-tuned control. Or if you go to the fine-tuned control where we will see like which data wants to be visible at the creation and change. If you go to the operation, one is creation at the time of PO is new, and also change. After change also, whether you want to show the printout or not, we can control here. If you have an entry to for 2 also, then during PO change also system will trigger a new output. And now I will show you that NSCA transaction where we can see all the details. See, when you go to the NSCE, system will ask you different applications. Our application is purchase order. Select EF purchase order and go to the procedures. Here you will see that whatever the procedure we have seen, right? Like routine, program, and the procedure we have, what procedure we are using, which condition types are available, that we can see here. And if you go to the output types, we will get the just now what details we have seen, right? That details we can see in that output types field. And access sequences, what access sequence are available. In the configuration, the details what you are seeing, all the details can be visible here. See, you have opened these messages, right? Okay, these messages details you can see there. These details you can see with the NSCA transaction also. Finally, your question is what is mail text and all. What are the text and
Yeah, yeah,
mail title you mentioned that can be visible in that SYST transaction code where we see that mail title, and routines and form, everything will be assigned by ABAP because where they will develop that smart form or how PO has to be look like. Okay, that we will develop
yeah,
by ABAPer, and that routine and all they will assign in the NECA transaction code or these message types. Briefly, I will explain you that messages, what kind of details we have. Or the same thing we can get from when you maintain the output condition records also, system will ask the details. See here the output type, the which message types we have created for our purchase order, those will be visible here. Okay, the first point. And here we have different mediums. One is printout. You can say the maximum usage of printout will be there. Another one is fax. If you want to send that PO once it is released or once it is saved successfully, you want to send as a fax to the vendor, then we use this functionality of fax. External send we use for sending mail kind of thing, and EDI through IDOC, if you want to send the data, we send that detail. Mainly we use these output mediums. This is the function to whom you are sending. You are sending to vendor, right? That vendor and vendor code. And when you go to the communication method, just select that item and go to the communication method. Here we use the destination. Generally it's a printer name. Okay, in which printer you are going to give the printout, that we give that printer name and all. We use the print immediately, we used to tick. And this is the printer name. Logical destination means which printer. For example, if you have a printer set up in your company, each floor will have one printer, right? Each floor, each cubicle, however you have a printer, the respective printer will have one destination. Basis people will set up that printer assignment to SAP system. Okay, they will give a logical destination system that we will assign here. Okay, and coming to this further data, if you come to further data, we have different options here. For example, these last two we use mainly. One is with own application, means once you create the PO and it is released, you have to go to the transaction ME9F. Okay, there we have to release that output. Then only you can get the mail, or you can see the print, all the perfect details. Then the status will be changed to released. Okay, as successfully, you will get the successfully processed. That status will come. If you if you select the option of send immediately, what will happen once you save the PO and it is released successfully? Immediately, your status will change to successfully processed. If you select the option 4. Option 1 and 2, we have a background job concept which you are going to learn after some time. We can keep a background job also. Once the background job runs successfully, then only you will get that details. For example, what we have given, for example, uh, once the background job is run every day at morning 10 o'clock or every 11 o'clock, you can set up a background job. Once it is run, all the POs has to be sent to the vendor. At that kind of requirement, we use these first two options. And third option is with ME9F, and fourth option is without any restrictions. Once the PO is released, mail will go to vendor, and the process has to change to successfully processed. Okay, these are the some heads up of these things, and you just go through that output determination video again. You will get some more clarity. See, coming to the purchase order release procedure, as per SAP, we can keep only one class. Either you want to use for contract, or either you want to use for PO, or whatever it is. That object 2 will come automatically, and we can give only one class for the PO.
One class.
In an IDA system, if you want to create, you just have to delete it and do it. I'm deleting now because I hope you will practice today with your own class. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Hmm.
So one more thing.
Otherwise,
And
I will keep it as a reference for you to create. That is also your wish. You just try and let me know that. Okay, I have deleted it. You can create
okay.
your own purchase, own class, everything, and you can practice and do that activity. The selection parameters we use to get the list of open goods received, means which POs are pending for goods received, which are pending for invoice receipt, like that. This RECHMUNG we use to get the list of POs which are pending for invoices. See, we can see
Rahung is a German word.
now we got the POs which are pending for invoice, 100 pending, is pending, like that. Okay. Now what will I take? I take some PO. Maybe some latest POs are there. Even we created some POs which might be pending. Okay, see this PO is there. Go to MIRO. Already we have opened MIRO, and give the MIRO. Just click enter. See, system has copied because already there is a goods receipt was done. That's why system has copied from there. Okay. See here what happened. Account assignment, because account assignment K was given. That's why if you click on here, you will get this. How much amount, what is the GL account, what is the account assignment. It's a cost center service. If it is a project, you will get the WBS element. That details will come from the PO. If PO is a blank, if PO doesn't have any details and all, at that time system won't copy anything. You can see here account assignment category K, and the account assignment will come from here. There's all details we can get.